Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Marshfield, Wisconsin. It is hockey time here at the Marshfield Fairgrounds. Jason Zaleski here, Jada Hamblin to my left, and we will bring you at least 3 full periods of hockey here from the Marshfield Fairgrounds again today. Welcome back, I should say. Everybody here, minus one Steve Maves. He's enjoying some quality family time back with his lovely wife and daughter, and I think mother-in-law. I don't know. There was something going on, but we're shout out to Steve and his family enjoying some family time. Congratulations to the Columbus Catholic Dons boys basketball team. We'll tell you about what happened over there. We'll give you a brief preview of what will happen here today as some starting lineups are being announced here in front of us. Again, both teams go 3+ lines deep, so everybody gets announced here on the broadcast. First for the Lakeland T-Birds, again, Lakeland Marshfield, if I didn't say that already. The Lakeland T-Birds, they are led by Max Toyola. Toyola with 12 points on the season. Victor Masayesva with 7 points. And Joe Beta, 6 points for the T-Birds here so far in the season. In goal, Max Masayesva, he stops 91% of shots on goal through the season here so far this year. For the Marshfield Tigers, and between the pipes is Cole Halverson, as we found out last night, lighter fluid. And lighter fluid stops 85% of all shots put on goal for the Tigers here in 2020. They are led by Peyton Smith with 8 points. Nick Urban, Ian Haugen, and Sawyer Schindler each have 6 points on the season. Is Schindler back here today? We'll see when they turn around here. It was Sawyer Schindler who was dismissed. There he is. He was dismissed in the third period yesterday, but back on the ice today. And Anthem time here at the fairgrounds. All right, National Anthem has been here and gone. We'll give a quick shout out to our pregame show sponsors, Forward Bank, moving our communities forward online at forward.bank, and right here on North Central Avenue in Marshfield. Went through the drive-through just yesterday over at Forward Bank and other locations across central Wisconsin. Again, Forward Bank, moving our communities forward online at forward.bank. Find all locations at forward.bank. Basketball just ended across town. Columbus Catholic with an exciting overtime win over the visiting Colby Hornets. As I said, Columbus wins in overtime. Emmett Konieczny, son of head coach Joe Konieczny, drops 33. Freshman for the Dons, 33 points today, and helps to guide his team to a victory here just moments ago. That game, overtime game, just ending moments ago. But hockey time here, and again, it is the visiting Lakeland T-Birds and the home Marshfield Tigers. Jade, I think we're okay to zoom in just a tick there, I think. Brand new camera we've got today, so we'll still getting all the buttons figured out. I had to get a bunch of the buttons figured out when we turned the son of a gun on. But the opening face-off goes the way of the T-Birds, and we're off and skating here in Marshfield. This one dumped back in behind Halverson and skated around on by Toyola. Max Toyola wears 8 for the T-Birds. He is a player to watch for Lakeland here this evening. Again, leads his team 12 points on the season for Max Toyola. Get comfortable and familiar with all the names as Marshfield will turn with the puck and attempt to clear and does get it out. Haugen will send it across ice, picked up there by Smith, and Smith will dump. Marshfield will get a line change. Lakeland keeps their 5 on. And on the change, nice job there. Tigers able to keep the puck in the offensive zone, gets dumped back in one more time, and pass comes into the crease, and the whistle finally blows. That was a late whistle, but Max Masayesva able to cover for the T-Birds. It'll be a face-off on the stick side of Masayesva. Face-off won by the Tigers. That one is not able to be seen all the way through. It'll be chased down, and Tristan Reisman will battle all the way back with Liam Thiessen. Tigers clear. T-Birds will dump back in. Still no change for... Nope, there was the change there. So fresh lines on for each team. This one sent in by Reisman. Behind the play, Schindler will come off for the Tigers. Masayesva sticks that one aside. His T-Birds will reload in their zone. And nice job on the forecheck for the Tigers. Seth Peterson there on the forecheck. Able to get that one slowed down, and puck is handled at neutral ice. And now sent back, now forward by the T-Birds. Just 2 minutes off the clock here. First period in Marshfield. Adam Z up ahead. It comes to Meisner. Ethan Meisner now on the glove side of Masayesva, and shot on goal will be gobbled up by Max Masayesva. Again, 91% save percentage for Masayesva coming into this one. Last outing, T-Birds were downed over in Mosinee. That one on Thursday night. Marshfield has won back-to-back games here. They won on Tuesday here at home to Wisconsin Rapids. They won last night over East Merrill United, so they've won back-to-back games. Their record at 2-1 on the season are the Tigers. Circling around behind goal is Peyton Smith. He'll bring it all the way up to the front and lose possession there. And back comes Toyola. Toyola down in the corner. He'll spin, take the puck there. Stripped away by the Tigers. Here comes Haugen at center ice. Haugen looked to enter the Marshfield zone and does. Haugen bounced that one off the skate of Toyola. And now Toyola will turn. And the T-Birds will regather. Attempted to be cleared out. It was not. Dumped back in. And Tigers may have been looking to get a change defensively. Not able to, though, as Peterson at center ice. Now sent in by Urban, and now the Tigers will get that change they were looking for just a moment ago. And it's dumped back in one more time. Get the full change complete. So 5 fresh skaters on for the Tigers, including Damon Haynes with the puck here in front of us. He sends it back in. Settled down behind the net by Masayesva. And then fired all the way down for an icing. So 13:29 showing on our first period clock here in Marshfield. And thanks everybody for joining the broadcast here today. We appreciate you coming on and enjoying some high school hockey here in central and north central Wisconsin. Lakeland High School right in the beautiful city of Minocqua. Part of the Great Northern Conference. I said they had dropped one to Mosinee on Thursday night. Now this one is going to be dumped all the way out. I don't have a 9 on my roster. I believe that said 9 on there. Might have been Toyola. A couple had changed when I looked down at my roster anyway. Now this one will be settled down by Teague Wagner and then sent back in. Toyola will chase. Around the other side is Reisman. And Reisman and Victor Masayesva tangle up there. Now at the top in the slot with it. That was a shot that went wide as Thomas McCumber sent that one wide. Halverson didn't have to steer it. It went clear of the goal on its own. One more time it comes up to McCumber. McCumber, again in that slot position now. This will be dumped down by the Tigers, and icing will be the call. Icing from, I believe it was outside of the zone, although it looks like they're going to line up in the T-Birds offensive end here. So they're going to say that icing precipitated all the way back here in the Marshfield defensive zone. Face-off eventually won by the Tigers. Touched about 4 paddles on the way out. Marshfield, though, not able to clear. Halverson with the save. Now it comes all the way back up top. That one will be wristed on, and Halverson again sends it to his stick side and away. A couple of saves by Halverson. There's, again, we learned last night, lighter fluid. We never did ask him why. We'll ask him that some other time. Puck there, shot over the top of Halverson's head. Picked up again. This is River Nicholas with it. Nicholas sends it down in deep. Circled around by Warchel. Warchel now will shift the puck to the glove side of Halverson. Now back around it comes Marshfield, not able to clear, looking to do so now. Forecheck here for the T-Birds working up until I said so. Marshfield finally able to get it out. Ian Sennels will send it down, and the Tigers will get a change. 5 fresh skaters on for Marshfield. Offensive change for the T-Birds. 6 minutes gone by here from Marshfield, no score. And a fairly evenly played game. A couple of saves by Masayesva, a couple of saves by Halverson, and that's been it so far. Pretty clean, crisp hockey. Again, Toyola skating through. And a whistle comes. And I didn't see what that was. Are we getting our first penalty of the game? No. No, they'll face off to Halverson's stick side, right to the right of Cole Halverson. Shot comes on right off the face-off. Another one. That one gloved down by Halverson. T-Bird still with it. Another one. This one fired wide to the left side of Halverson's net. Battled for in the corner, and the Tigers will get it out of the zone. This one sent all the way in, dumped in by Victor Masayesva. Now Haynes will touch. T-Birds retain possession in deep. Masayesva down and it comes to Beta. T-Birds looking to circle behind Halverson. Tigers will clear. Here comes Haugen on the near side. Haugen skates 2-on-2 and hits it off the shin of McCumber. Peterson, he erases Beta. Peterson still with it, now sends it ahead. That intercepted by Nicholas. Down it comes behind Halverson. Turning with it is Z. Z sends it up and out. Deflected in by Gillich. Waiting for it on the other side for Marshfield is Z. Now tapped along by Reisman. T-Birds will keep it in. They send in deep. Waiting for it back there is Gillich. Gillich sends it centering pass, interrupted by the Tigers. This one will be poked out by Tyler Reisman and then pushed all the way up ahead and dumped in. Stick handled there by Masayesva. Fanned on by Gillich, and the Tigers will attempt to take advantage here down in the corner. Puck battled for and still undecided down in the corner is it, and now coming away with it is Conradi. Conradi. Now up top it comes to Haynes. Haynes, shot on, and goal! On the deflection, it is Tyler Reisman. He scores for the Tigers as that one bounced off of the, I think it bounced off of the skate of Masayesva and just laid there to his stick side, and Tyler Reisman pokes it in, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. 8:46 left in the first. puck just hanging just outside of the crease, and a tasty treat for Reisman. Ben Conradi will come along with the assist. He's the one who sent it through to begin with. Goal coming at 8:14, so essentially halfway through the first. Tigers continue to put pressure on. That one dumped in by Tristan Reisman. Now peeling out of there with it for Lakeland is McCumber. Center ice, Beta, he'll send it in. T-Birds will change behind him. Chased down though by Cosman. And the T-Birds on the change will retain possession. That one got all the way through to Halverson, and he sticks it aside. That shot on by River Nicholas. And now Maciesfa comes all the way out of his goal to poke that one up and head, and then sent out by the T-Birds. Meisner turns, fires it in. That one dangerously close to the goal. Nicholas, though, able to steer it away from harm's way. Circling backwards is Warchel. Warchel on over to Nicholas. Two defensemen pass in the back, and Haynes missed on the check, and the T-Birds will gain the zone. Left in the corner, turning forward is Senholz, attempting to send out. T-Birds keep it in. With it here up top, and saved by Halverson. The shot came in from Cosman. Cole Halverson, lighter fluid's been busy. Nearly a one-on-one there for the Tigers. Nice job, though, defensively by Teague Wagner of Lakeland to make sure that one-on-one did not develop. He was backpedaling, but able to poke it away. And whistle blows, and we'll have a face-off back again in front of Marshfield goalkeeper Cole Halverson. Your locally owned Sherrill Tire and Service Center will keep you rolling and growing by coming to you with one of our 14 farm and commercial service trucks. Find your location at SherrillTire.com. Nice job again, T-Birds. That time Joe Beta stuffed that one back in deep. Keep the puck on the T-Bird side. Cycled around, kicked out by Victor Maciesfa, and now back the other side. Marshfield with it. Mancheski will get it across center ice, and Marshall may have been looking for a change there. Not able to happen. Now the T-Birds will get a change on the deflection from Beta. That one dumped in behind Peterson, or I'm sorry, that was Urban. Nobody home on the other side of it, and puck goes about 5 feet over the top of Halverson's head. Back with it come the Tigers. Everybody back for the T-Birds. Dump in. Tigers will get a change on that. 5:50 left to play here in the first period. 1-0 Marshfield on a goal from Tyler Reisman. Now Marshfield again in deep. That one, nice job. Again, another nice save by Maciesfa on the shot from Peyton Smith. That one kicked away by Maciesfa. Smith was there. Also Reisman with him, but neither Tiger able to get it past Maciesfa. Now one more time, Tigers here, 2-on-2 developing. And that one left behind and through the skates of Conradi, not able to get a stick on it. Puck comes up, icing will be the call here, and we will face off back on the right side of the ice in front of Maciesfa. Draxler Transport has flatbed driving opportunities that pay you 5 cents per mile premium over van. At Draxler Transport, drivers are always home for their requested time off. Draxler Transport is a family-oriented company that treats you like family. Visit DraxlerTransport.com to apply today. Tigers win the face-off, and Maciesfa will glove it, and will face off again in front of Max Maciesfa. .5:10 remaining here in the period. 1-0 Marshfield. Toyala will come away with it. It gets sent ahead, and icing yet again is the call. All right, 4:58 left here in the period. 1-0 Marshfield. Without knowing what the score is, you would look at this contest and think to yourself, you know what? Lakeland's probably getting the best of this, and they do. Right there, Max Toyala, as just talking about it. Toyala with the persistence off of the rebound. That one sticked at Halverson a couple times, and finally Max Toyala able to put it through, and we are tied at 1. I was going to say, I think so. Some discussion going on there, but they keep the 1 on the scoreboard. So Toyala scores for the T-Birds, and we are even here, 4:38 left in the period. So the goal coming at 13:22 for Toyala. But I was just saying, if you were just kind of tuning in here and weren't sure what the score was, you may have thought the T-Birds were having the better of it. They have been a little bit better organized, a little bit more pressure put on by Lakeland. Marshall's doing a good job too, but just, you would think, yeah, you know what, Lakeland's probably having a little bit better go of it than the Tigers. And I was just saying that as Toyala scored. But prior to that, it was 1-0. We're tied now at 1, 4 minutes left in the period. And we'll get our on-screen scoreboard back for you at the start of the second period. Up until then, turn your volume up loud. I will give you time and score often for the next 3 minutes and 45 seconds here of the period. Miniature rush there for the T-Birds. Marshfield needs to clear the zone, and they finally do. And one comes off, and Marshfield looking for a full change. Now on the other side, this is Reisman, and the putback there by Horniman just goes over the top of the net, and then Max Yesva takes his own goal off the moorings. I don't think the officials have noticed it yet, but Max Yesva, his left foot knocked that left side of the goal off the mooring, and it looked like he tried to put it back on. I don't think it is, but we have been playing now for the last 30 seconds in that condition. Max Yesva will now check it, and now they finally do. We finally get a whistle here. And I'm still not sure that goal is on its moorings down here. The officials still haven't tended to it, but we'll get a face-off down here to the stick side of Massa Yesva. Good opportunity there for the Tigers just a moment ago, but not able to come through. Henry Horniman had an open net, just overshot it right over the top of the crossbar. Now Toyala again, one-on-one against Halverson, and he slips it through the crease, and the goal will be given to Joe Beta, as Beta on the assist from Toyala, and just like that, it is 2-1 Lakeland. So Beta with the goal at 14:09. That is just, do some math here, 47 seconds in between goals for the T-Birds. Toyala with the goal at 13:22, and then Beta with the goal at 14:09. 2:38 left in the period. 2-1 Lakeland. Tigers keep the puck in. Urban brings it out, leaves it. Nope, he can keep it for himself. He'll take a shot straight on and in. What a shot by Nick Urban. Urban wheeled around from the left side of Massa Yesva and just kept wheeling it. Looked like he was going to leave it off for Peterson. He doesn't. He brings it all the way to the top of the zone and rips a wrister right past Massa Yesva. Nick Urban with a hat trick yesterday. He's got 4 goals now through almost 4 periods complete. Marshfield again another rush. Centering pass missed by Conradi. Goal coming about 31 seconds after Lakeland had went up 2-1. Now we're tied at 2. Whistle blows at 1:59 left in the period. What a possession there by Nick Urban. Urban again, he just skated, wheeled back to the top. and then let the wrister rip straight on and right over the left shoulder of Max Masayesva. Get the You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch playing here. I don't know if that's just on the next on the list or if that's meant at somebody. May just have been next on the playlist. Sometimes you're just not sure about these things. I like the song. I love the movie. I'm not a Grinch, but I certainly can appreciate that. As that last whistle, Tyler Reisman, actually 2-minute penalty, so power play here for the T-Birds. I missed that completely in that interchange. I was so smitten with the song "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." I left the hockey for a moment there. Halverson able to glove that one aside. T-Birds retain possession here inside the Marshfield zone. 5-on-4 advantage for the T-Birds. That one sent to the right side of Halverson by Wagner. 1:15 left on the power play. This will leak over into the second period as there's 6 seconds between the game clock and the penalty clock. 1 minute left in the period, and a breakaway here from Urban. Urban will go one-on-one on Masayesva and score it. Nick Urban is on fire. Nick Urban, you are ridiculous. Coming at 16:05, shorthanded goal for Nick Urban. He has now scored 5 goals in the last 3 periods and 16 minutes and 5 seconds. Unbelievable. And this one will be sent all the way back down. Marshfield still killing a penalty. Again, it'll be the T-Birds starting on the power play with about 6 minutes left, or 6 minutes left of the power play as we start the second. But Urban gets the shorthanded goal. Marshfield, on the stick of Nick Urban, has scored the last 2. They regain the lead. 3-2, 43 seconds left in the period. Whoa. And on the face-off, that one had to be dealt with by Masayesva. Tigers keep the pressure on here in the waning minutes of the first period. Now Haugen interrupts in the neutral zone. Finally is sent in. Sawyer Schindler on the ice, back here in today's game against, again, Schindler was dismissed in the third period yesterday against East Merrill for a roughing late in that one. Centering pass there is, I believe, deflected away by Haugen as we skate the last 10 seconds here from the Marshfield Fairgrounds. It'll be Marshfield seemingly, and now that it is sent back out, Marshfield will take a 3-2 first period lead into our first intermission. Again, it is Nick Urban scoring at 14:40 and 16:05 to take the 3-2 lead. We'll have a full first period scoring update for you in just a couple minutes. Commercial break. Back to the Marshfield Fairgrounds after this.
Experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Your choice to learn with small in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can get your liberal arts degree and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or in-demand employable skills. Start now to experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Find out what risk-free means at mstc.edu.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free, that's right, Free delivery on every order from HewittsMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
Taqueria El Sol sirve la comida mexicana más auténtica en Wisconsin Central. Taqueria El Sol está en Marshfield, en Avenida South Central y calle 17. Está abierta cada día. Taqueria El Sol prepara salsa y guacamole cada día y tiene un menú con muchas recetas familiares de México.
Taqueria El Sol tiene una tienda de comestibles también. Se venden comidas mexicanas secas, refrigeradas y congeladas para ayudarle a servir la comida mexicana la más auténtica en Wisconsin Central. Taqueria El Sol en la Avenida South Central en Marshfield.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm the director at Little Sprouts. Little Sprouts has been a real great community. It's very family friendly. It feels like a big family to me, and being the new director here, I felt very welcomed into the family. I like the smaller family. Everybody knows everybody, and you all get to know everybody in the center, and we do family activities and much of a family atmosphere.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
From First Contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed.
All right, welcome back to the Marshfield Fairgrounds, and I'll tell you, it was just as I was starting to explain how, evenly with a slight advantage towards Lakeland, everything was kind of trending at that point, and then all of a sudden, it was a shooting clinic from both teams. As I was beginning to give that description, it was a 1-0 lead for Marshfield, and that's where the scoring started. 8:14 into the first half. Tyler Reisman with the goal. That got us started at 8:14, and then we went another 5 minutes between goals at that point, which, as it turned out, was an anomaly. We went 8 minutes for the first one. We went 5 minutes till the next one, and then it was an offensive explosion. But I was just getting into kind of my, you wait a few minutes, you let everything kind of fall into place. Both teams feeling each other out. Yours truly making my sports expert observations and doing all those sorts of things. And I was of the impression that at that point, again, this was at about 12 minutes into the first period, that Lakeland playing, just a tick better than Marshfield. They certainly controlled the puck a little bit better. To that point, they were somewhat determining the pace of the game at that point. And as I was saying it, Lakeland gets the goal at 13:22 from their offensive leader, Max Toyala. And Toyala hits the goal. He lights the lamp, breaks the seal for the T-Birds. We are tied at 1 at 13:22 into the first. And then just over 30 seconds, 37 seconds to be exact, Lakeland scores again, this one off the assist from Toyala, as he feeds it across the crease in front of Marshfield goalkeeper Cole Halverson. and finds Joe Beta waiting on the other end, and Lakeland is up 2-1. And then 31 seconds after that, Marshfield gets the equalizer from Nick Urban. Urban scores from close in as he beats Max Messiesva, and we're tied at 2. And then it took a whopping 1 minute and 25 seconds, which to that point was a very long time. It seemed like forever in between goals at that point, as Nick Urban took the puck from just to the left of Max Messiesva. He came up the near boards with it. Looked like he was going to leave it off there for Seth Peterson, which would have probably been a good idea at that point. Peterson then, looked like he had momentum coming down the boards the other side, but Urban knew better than all of us, and he continued to carry the puck. He circled around back to the top, just about 10 feet inside the blue line, and ripped a wicked wrister right over the left shoulder of Max Messiesva, and that puts us to where we are now, Marshfield 3 and Lakeland 2, a very eventful first period, no doubt about it, and a very, very exciting first period. This non-conference game here from Marshfield today. This holiday season, give the gift everyone wants, a Fleet Farm gift card. Going on now, when you purchase a $100 gift card, you get a free $10 gift card. Use it as a gift, keep it for yourself, it's up to you. Gifts are big at Fleet Farm. Find a gift for everyone on your list, from the kids to the cook to the handyman to the hunter. Get it all at Fleet Farm. I do have 2 of those free $10 gift cards sitting in a very safe place at home, as I've taken advantage of that deal, and I will easily spend all that money. Actually, we're going to give, I will give the 2 $10 gift cards to both of my kids. We'll stick it in their stocking. They're 24 and 21 now, 23, 20, 24 and 21, adding up the years, and they're just at that point in their life where they're starting to find Fleet Farm, part of their life. And for me, definitely Fleet Farm part of my life for a long time. I'd go with my grandparents, and we'd head down the candy aisle, and that's still one of my first stops when I go to Fleet Farm today. Head right down the candy aisle, and the missus likes the chocolate-covered peanuts. I don't mind the chocolate-covered raisins, or they've got the maple nut candy. They've got the peppermint one. You can just go down the aisle and just grab one of every kind and just stick it in, and you'll be good to go. You'll be good to go for a while. We're going to be good to go here soon. Zamboni's got just a couple of laps left here in Marshfield. Again, it was just on the west side of Marshfield, game wrapping up about 45 minutes or so ago. In overtime, boys basketball, Cloverbelt basketball action, Columbus Catholic in overtime overcomes the Colby Hornets, as Emmett Konieczny, freshman for Columbus Catholic, drops in 33. It was 30-something. 33, 35, 30-some points. Almost half the scoring for the Dons come out of the freshman, Emmett Konieczny, and the Dons prevail in overtime. Highlights of that game will be found on Facebook tomorrow morning, along with this contest here. We'll get to both of those highlights for you tomorrow morning on Facebook. You'll find both highlights on Facebook at Zaleski Sports and Facebook Zaleski Sports Wisconsin. We've got a good one brewing here. It'll be 6 minutes left on the Lakeland power play as we begin the second period of action, and that action will begin soon. We'll take another short break and be back to Marshfield for the start of the second period in just a moment. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville today.
Your snow adventure awaits at Power Pack in Marshfield and Herbs and Tomahawk. We're ready for snow. Stocked, locked, and loaded with 2 stores of inventory and the best selection of snowmobiles and off-road machines in the area. Activate your adrenaline on your new Polaris snowmobile, side-by-side, or ATV. Save up to $1,500 on 2020 models. Plus, check out our snow gear from all the leading brands at both locations. Don't wait. Your adventure starts today at Power Pack in Marshfield and Herbs Sales and Service in Tomahawk. Your snow adventure destination.
All right, back here to Marshfield, and so we are just about ready to start second period action as we see our officials back on the ice, making sure the nets are guided carefully, appropriately, and properly back into their starting positions. It'll be 6 minutes of a power play for Lakeland as we begin period number 2, and as we begin it, it'll be a Marshfield 3-2 lead. And again, scoring in the first period. Go through that one more time for you. Tyler Reisman scores the goal, 8:14 into the first. And then for Lakeland, they score the next 2, Max Toyala and Joe Beta at 13:22 and 14:09. And then a pair of goals from Nick Urban, 14:40 and 16:05. And the teams now will switch ends on the ice. It'll be Max Masiesva now to the left of your screen, and Cole Halverson, Mr. Lighter Fluid himself, to the right of your screen. And second period be underway here momentarily, and we can only hope that that the second will be as exciting, or even half as exciting as the first. That was good quality stuff on the ice here from both of these. Again, this is non-conference hockey here today. Marshfield is 2-0 in the Wisconsin Valley, and I believe I took a peek earlier, Lakeland 2-1 in the Great Northern Conference. I know it's 1 on the loss column for sure because we had that Lakeland-Mosinee game live on Thursday night. I believe 2-1, and we will open the second period. Face-off will be won there by the T-Birds, and underway here, and just like that, the first 6 seconds of the clock are gone, and full strength for both teams now as Marshfield not only kills that penalty, but they do score shorthanded. That was a 16:05 goal from Nick Urban. Maxa Yesva will settle that one down behind his goal, picked up there by, let's see, who was that? I think that was Wagner back there, and then the puck is sent up and out of play. And the faceoff will come to the stick side of Masa Yesva. So faceoff here, Urban in for the Tigers, and he wins the faceoff. It came back momentarily to Adam Z, and then T-Birds look to clear and actually will gain the zone. This is Beta with it. Beta running to the boards behind Halverson. Stick lifted by Peyton Smith, and then Smith will not get it out, though. And the T-Birds do get the line change, and they keep the puck in the zone. Now as the line change finalizes, And the puck still stays in. Marshall not able to clear. And the final fifth fresh skater for the T-Birds comes on, and the Tigers finally do clear. And we get a whistle as the door comes open down here right in front of the referee hut. We'll maybe say the officials didn't get that door shut all the way nice and tight, or collision there on the boards just kicked it open. Either way, whistle blows, and we will face off outside the zone right here in front of us in the neutral zone. Tyler Godfrey for the T-Birds, and face-off won by the Tigers. Dumped in that time. May have been Haynes on the dump in. T-Birds now will turn it back the other way. Here comes Haggart with it, Matt Haggart. And puck is in. Halverson lost track of it. And Matt Haggart kept his eye on it the whole time. And he sends it in on a very narrow shot on the stick side of Cole Halverson. And just like that, we are tied at 3. So just 1:26 into the period. Even strength goal from Matt Haggart. No assist there. Again, it was Haggart who sent it on. And then that puck kind of danced around and then leaked out to the right to the stick side of Halverson. He lost track of it. Did not see it. Haggart saw it the whole time and put it through. Now Haugen turns with it, sends it in, and a nice save there by Massa-Yesva on the shot from Smith. 2-on-2 here now, 3-on-2 developing for the T-Birds, and sticked away by Tristan Reisman. Nice job defensively for Reisman. Now here comes Urban with it. 2-on-2 coming the other way for the Tigers. Urban looked to skate around Wagner. Wagner poked it free. Now open ice chance here, and Peterson able to disrupt. Gary Wagner coming down the other way. Wagner had open ice in front of him, and Peterson quickly skated up behind the back of Gary Wagner and dislodged the puck from Wagner, but Peterson will end up with a penalty. I don't believe it was on that interaction. If it was after. Power play coming up, 2-minute power play coming up for the T-Birds. So 2-minute power play at 14:44, and it'll be a 5-on-4 advantage for Lakeland. So face-off comes on the Marshfield side, and again, Marshfield shorthanded. We'll just have to dump this one through, dumped on by Schindler. And Marshfield will at least wear some of that clock down. Reisman sends it back the other way. And coming up to punch it back in is Connor Rigel. So Marshfield will rag off about 30 seconds of the 2-minute advantage here and then send it all the way through. So nice job here for the Tigers. That was Z that time sending it on. And 40 seconds of the power play already killed off by the Tigers. And into the bench it goes of the T-Birds, and we'll have a face-off coming back out here in the neutral zone. 1:13 left on the power play, 13:57 left in the period, and we are tied at 3. That was off the hands of Matt Haggart. 1:26 into the period. And then about a minute or so later, the penalty comes. Face-off won by the T-Birds. They'll back it up. This will be Haggart, the goal scorer, handling it just in front of his own blue line. Now the Tigers will send it up and through. Urban again. Urban, and sends it across, feeds it across, shorthanded chance, and over-skated on it. That might have been Smith. Smith again batting away in front of Massa-Yesva. He falls over, gets back on his feet. But an open net there, and Smith not able to get the shot off. And Halverson will cover. 33 seconds left on the power play for Lakeland. Face off now to the glove side of lighter fluid. 13:16 left in the period. Wheeling with it up top is Wagner. Sends it back into Beta. Beta will skate in and then flick it back out to Toyala. 20 seconds left in the power play. Here again, Wagner skating up top. That one kicked away there by Schindler. And now Schindler will race down. And the final seconds of this power play should be shredded off here. 8 seconds left. Into the zone with it comes Masayesva. And shot goes over the top of Halverson. I don't believe he got a touch on it. And we'll see where the faceoff comes. I don't believe Halverson touched it. The penalty is killed, and even strength now for Marshfield. They'll skate 5-on-5, 12:42 left in the period. They will say Halverson touched it, so the faceoff will come to his glove side. Official right there on top of it. I had to kind of, a little bit of a mathematical guess on it. Geometrical guess on it. My geometry was wrong. Extra stick on the ice for finally Schindler, I think is who, or Z came and picked that up. That was Z's stick on the ice there momentarily. No harm done. Now Haugen will flip it all the way across to Urban. Urban now looks at Masayesva and fires it tall. Haugen on the other side. Had that one poked away momentarily. Now up top with it is Z. Z fires on, and an easy pad deflection there for Masayesva. Haugen now back on the other side. He flicks it at Masayesva. Nobody there for the Tigers. And a whistle will blow here. And do we have a penalty coming up on Lakeland? It appears as though we do. And we'll see who they put in the box. And they will put Haggart in the box. And Marshfield will go on the power play. 11:56 left in the period. A little highway to hell for Matt Haggart as he heads into the penalty box. They're going to give him a 5-minute major there. Okay, wow, all right. So the faceoff now comes to off of Masayesva's blocker side. I missed what that was, and fanned on there on the rush for Tyler Godfrey. And so Tigers now with 4:40 to work here on the power play off the major penalty assessed to Matt Haggart. Still haven't heard what the call was. The Tigers will happily take the major and the extended power play. This one wheeled around behind the net, Schindler. Schindler still skates with it, now gets it off. Now this one's sent across, and Peterson not going to be able to get that one down. Now it's the T-Birds shorthanded, and save there by Halverson off the stick of Max Toyala. Halverson had to glove that one aside and just deflected off his glove. Peterson in with it deep, and Schindler not able to keep it in, and more time will be killed off here as Urban will chase this one down in the corner. Nice job there defensively, Jack Rubo for Lakeland, able to rag on the puck here a little bit and take more time off of this power play. Still behind the net, Jack Rubo doing work. Now the Tigers finally come away with it, and they will attempt to get the power play set up here inside their offensive zone. Urban skates in with it. Still skating is Urban, and to be chased down in the corner now by Horneman. Haynes will keep this one in and then wheel it all the way back around. That's, I believe, Urban behind the net there. Centering pass to Horneman, skated over it, and be kept in by Haynes. Tigers now 3:10 left on the power play. This one sent all the way up but not through, and the centering pass missed by Horneman. That pass came behind him, and the puck cleared by the T-Birds. Both teams will get a change. So 5 minutes for head contact is what we're told now, assessed to Matt Haggart. Now with it here is Beta, and Beta taking more time off the power play. Lakeland needs to burn another 2:40 off of the major that has Matt Haggart in the penalty box. One chipped up by Conrady, and we will face off outside of the zone. T-Birds get a change here on the face-off, and now the whistle blows. We've got a timeout coming, and it appears as though Marshfield is going to take the timeout. They will. 2:33 left on the power play, 9:28 left in the second period when we return. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
All right, back here to Marshfield. Tigers taking the timeout. Coach Eric Bowman taking the timeout there. Tigers a little bit unorganized through the first half of that 5-minute major. And so 2:25 left in the penalty. Marshfield loses the faceoff, and more time will be run off the penalty. But Coach Bowman probably seeing what I did there, likely seeing more, but at a minimum seeing what I thought the Tigers just looking a bit discombobulated, a little disorganized on what Coach Bowman obviously is thinking is a great opportunity here to break this 3-3 tie on the 5-minute penalty. 5-minute advantage. And that one sent across, nobody on the other side for the Tigers. And Peterson will chase this one down, loses it though to Toyala, and Toyala will wisely send it back, and on the change we get a whistle. And Toyala will head to the penalty box, so we're going to have 5-on-3 action here. Marshfield with a big advantage now for the next 1 minute 46 seconds, as they say Toyala hooked Seth Peterson. So big advantage now for the Tigers trying to get off of this 3-3 tie. They started the period up 3-2, 1:26 into it. Matt Haggart tied it up. Now Tigers will play 5-on-3 hockey for the next 1 minute and 37 seconds and lose the puck through the middle. That one flipped up ahead by Victor Masayesva, and then he'll chase it down himself. Lots of time being killed here by the T-Birds, and with the help of Victor Masayesva, Tigers finally peel the puck away. Around the back goes Horniman with it, gains the zone. Tigers, though, not able to keep it in. 1:06 left now on the two-man advantage. Lakeland doing a nice job here on the penalty kill, and that pass, again, is peeled away by the T-Birds, and they will just send it in a retreat. 50 seconds left on the 5-on-3. It'll be about 15 seconds after that to clean up the penalty on Toyala. Now the Tigers do get organized and send it in. Haugen now will come away with it on the other side in the corner and then slip it up top. And wheeling with it there, and then gloved by Masayesva off the shot from Sawyer Schindler. And 30 seconds left on the two-man advantage. It'll be a face-off to the glove side of Max Masayesva. Again, Tigers just not getting the power play organized. Face-off won by Marshfield. And they will reset. 25 seconds left on the two-man advantage. Out to this side it comes to Peterson. Peterson whiffs on it. And it will be kept in, though, by Peterson momentarily. It's still shoved in. He'll wheel it back down in deep. In with it there comes Smith. Smith leaves it off for Urban. Back it comes to Peterson. He'll give to Urban. Urban had that one knocked away. Now Schindler on the backhand. That one through the crease. Nobody on the other side. And 5-on-4 hockey now. The 5-minute major has been erased by the T-Birds. 6 seconds left now on the 5-on-4. Marshfield 1 shot on goal here through the last 5 minutes. We are full strength, and the T-Birds kill both penalties. So 6.5 minutes now left in the period. Period being won by Lakeland, 1-0. 2-on-2 now coming back the other way. Looking for a centering pass there was Toyola. He finally does get it across. And off the heel of the blade, off the stick of Matt Haggart, and didn't get really anything on it. This one will be punched in deep by Horniman, and the Tigers will get a change. That one got caught in the netting behind Masayesva, and then it's flicked all the way down. No icing here, as a last off of a Marshfield stick. And now Masayesva will come around, and he'll knock Reisman out of his way. And now Horniman will pick up the loose change behind Halverson. Tigers need to clear. They get one there. And they finish their line change. Back on the ice, Ben Conrad. He wears number 12. And that time, puck comes into the netting and will face off in the Marshfield offensive zone. Didn't exactly see where that hit on the net. It's one of those just kind of floated up and up, and before you know it, it was out of play. 5:15 left in the period. We're tied at 3 here from the Marshfield Fairgrounds. Non-conference hockey. Jason Zaleski here. Jada Hamblin producing today's broadcast. And Reisman battles behind his own net with Mike Kosman. And now Z and others will attempt to clear for the Tigers, and they do. Now here comes Tyler Reisman. Reisman still with it. Reisman pokes it. Puck never got to Masayesva, and cleared by the T-Birds. Hand is up, icing then waved off. Z not able to clear. He'll have another shot at it here as he wheels behind his goalkeeper, Cole Lighter Fluid Halverson. Now Urban sends it up and he clears. This is waved off as it was touched by Jack Rubo. And just like it was in the first period, T-Birds slightly outplaying Marshfield here into the second period. They do own the period 1-0. Puck held up, now finally brought out by Warchel. Now Reisman will again get it around. Urban taps it through and finally cleared by the Tigers. And again, the T-Birds controlling the puck here, controlling time of possession, and controlling the pace of the period. Warchel and Smith do battle, and it'll be Marshfield. Smith winning that small battle. Urban, and then as it was sent across, it's got to be dumped back in by Reisman, and the Tigers got to clear the zone. They do, and they get a change while they're at it. Out it comes to Haggart. He crosses his blue line. Haggart in! Matt Haggart just flipped it and put it over the right shoulder of Cole Halverson, and his second goal of the period put his T-Birds up 4-3. .40. Let's redo that. 13:48 in the period. And Haggart has 2 goals, both Thunderbird goals in the period, and the T-Birds now lead 4-3 with 3:10 left to play here in the second. And Haggart just kind of came along, a little cavalier, a little nonchalant, and that threw off Halverson, I think. Halverson not expecting the shot. Haggart, not until he finally flicked that wrister, Did anybody know that one off the post? T-Bird still with it. That one, and then it's sent in and through. Goal for Teague Wagner. "27 seconds later, and the T-Birds score again as Teague Wagner threw traffic in front of Halverson. Halverson never threw it, right through the 5-hole. 5-3 Lakeland. Toyala gets chased out. Beta takes his place, and Beta wins the faceoff for Lakeland. Marshfield had all the momentum coming out of the locker room, and now they get some back as the centering pass sent in front of Massa Yesva, and the goal is sent on as it's put through by Ian Sennels. So just 10 seconds after the faceoff, and the pass centered, sent right in front of Massa Yesva. Senholz there, he saw it, he knew it, and he scored it. Henry Horneman and Ethan Meisner get the assist on the goal from Senholz. And it's exactly what the Tigers needed. I was just getting the words out of my mouth that the Tigers had the momentum coming into the period and had completely lost. So that one almost gets through. It got through the pads of Massa Yesva, and then somehow the skate behind Massa Yesva's pads caught it before it crossed the line, or we were going to be tied at 5. Fortunate for Lakeland and Massa Yesva. But I was just saying that the momentum had obviously completely switched to Lakeland, and the big icing there, and it'll face off right back where it all started. But the momentum was almost going to be unattainable by the Tigers. Thankfully for Ian Sennels, at least going to keep this one close, headed out of the period, and 2 minutes left, who knows? As Haugen on the short boards will keep, and that one Smith had his stick lifted behind by Haggart. Didn't get a lot on it. 3-on-2 here for the T-Birds. They weave, Haggart with it, backhand, and that one pad save by Halverson. I should say blocker save by Halverson. Sure we get this right. Haugen attempting to go 1-on-3, didn't work out. Now back with it are the T-Birds. That one sent across. Halverson didn't have to put anything on it as that sailed across the top of the crease. Or over the top of the crease, I should say. And now Haugen and the Tigers will turn and wheel. Bring it out of the zone. They clear. Back it comes over to Urban. And Urban will send that one. Massa Yesva will put it in the glove and then drop it late. Tigers complete a change. Under 1 minute left here in the period. I think Massa Yesva could have let that one go. Too close to let go. But I think if he does, that clears the top shelf anyway and goes over the top of the crossbar. But nifty glove work by Massa Yesva anyway. About 30 seconds remaining here in the period. It's a period that as of now is won by the T-Birds. They've outscored Marshfield 3-1 in the period. They lead by 1, 5-4, 20 seconds remaining in the period. And the Tigers not able to keep this one in. They will skate it at center ice, and puck finally gets back on the ice and sent in. And the Tigers will change with 5 seconds left, and our period will end there. A period won by the Lakeland Thunderbirds as they will leave the second period with a 5-4 lead. We'll give you a second period scoring update after this commercial break.
Your snow adventure awaits at Power Pack in Marshfield and Herbs and Tomahawk. We're ready for snow. Stocked, locked, and loaded with 2 stores of inventory and the best selection of snowmobiles and off-road machines in the area. Activate your adrenaline on your new Polaris snowmobile, side-by-side, or ATV. Save up to $1,500 on 2020 models. Plus, check out our snow gear from all the leading brands at both locations. Don't wait. Your adventure starts today at Power Pack in Marshfield and Herbs Sales and Service in Tomahawk. Your snow adventure destination.
Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
With more winter snow on the way, make your way to Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located conveniently between Marshfield and Chili, just north of Highway 10, is ready to help you make snow removal easier. Visit Chili Implement and see how their complete selection of Kubota and Cub Cadet snow removal machines will simplify your winter. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday for sales, service, and parts. Chili Implement will also help you finance your next purchase. You can also see more at chiliimplement.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com. All right, back here to Marshfield for our second period report, second intermission report, I guess I will say. Anyway, another exciting period. I said if the second was even half as exciting as the first, we would really have something, and we do have something. There is no doubt about that. 4 goals scored in the second period, 5 goals scored in the first, and it is 5-4 Lakeland after 2 periods complete, and the scoring all started early in the second period, 1:26 into it, and it was Matt Haggart with the goal as he able to get his own deflection, and as Marshfield goalkeeper Cole Halverson lost view of the puck. Haggart did not. Haggart continued to skate to the right side of Halverson and then put it in on a short angle, and that opened the scoring for the T-Birds in the second period. Again, 1:26 in, a goal from Matt Haggart unassisted. And then a long drought in between the scoring. Matt Haggart scores again, 13:48, a 5-minute penalty and a 2-minute penalty. And the 2-minute penalty overlapped the end of the 5-minute. And Marshfield skated 5-on-3 for, well, two full minutes into the period. They skated 5-on-4 for 3 additional minutes and only able to get 1 shot on goal during that 5-on, the 2-man and the 1-man advantage. And credit to the Thunderbirds for skating hard and skating with determination to help to kill that penalty off. And Max Masiesva did make the save on that 1 shot that obviously making the save would have been a goal for the Tigers, but it was not to be. And then just out of the penalty, 13:48 into the period, it was Matt Haggart as he kind of slow played it. It was a 2-on-2 developing, and Haggart just kind of slow played it. Got a couple skate strides inside of the blue line, and then just ripped a wrister. They went right over the right shoulder of Cole Halverson, and surprised me, Halverson, and probably most of the people here watching, and most of you watching at home, as Haggart again, slow played that one, and wisely so, able to sling it past Cole Halverson for his second goal of the period. And then it was just a few seconds later, 14-15 into the period, Teague Wagner through traffic from the top of the zone, got his goal through. And then 10 seconds later, Marshfield gets on the board for the first time in the period on a centering pass from a couple of Tigers, but the pass came floating right in front of Lakeland goalkeeper Max Massa-Yesva. He was not able to get a stick on it, and Ian Sennels for the Tigers and Sennels sent it through, and that was the only Marshfield goal of the period, but it came just in the nick of time as Lakeland had all the momentum to that point, and Marshfield at least able to stop the bleeding, so to speak, there momentarily, although they do trail by 1 goal, and they will hit the ice coming out in that 1-goal disparity, 5-4 Lakeland, when they start the third period here in just a couple minutes. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices in Wausau, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Medford, and now in Spencer. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Our last broadcast of the week, I think this was number 21 of the week, something like that. After you get past 3 or 4, you just don't even keep track because it's a monstrous, mountainous number of broadcasts. We're going to do it all again next week. Got a few on the slate for you, and I guess while I'm talking about them, we may as well call those out. We think we got a fun week coming up next week for you. Again, 20 broadcasts coming up. I think we're exactly at 20 as it stands right now, although those things can and do change, and they do change without warning, and they just pretty much change whenever they feel like it. But as I'm looking up the schedule here for next week, I thought I had it there, and where did old Jace put the schedule here? It's a wild beast. There it is. Monday, we will start with Stratford at Mosney boys basketball, Spash at Marshfield boys swimming, Spencer at Greenwood girls basketball, and Columbus Catholic at Colby girls basketball. Stratford at Mosney boys basketball, interesting storyline there. It was back on March 12th. Stratford Tigers boys basketball had just downed Auburndale in a sectional semifinal. They were 1 game from state. They were slated to play Iola Scandinavia at 7 o'clock on Saturday. March the 12th was a Thursday, and that's when high school sports and most sports across the country, and I guess for that matter the world, all came to a screeching halt. So, and then you fast forward that till now. Stratford boys basketball has been on the shelf. They have not played a game yet this season. They were stung by a situation from a couple weeks ago at a scrimmage of all things, where one of the opposing teams had a member that they thought might have fell ill, and so they shut down the Stratford boys basketball team for another 2 weeks at that point. So they were a couple days away from starting the season. They get shut down for 2 weeks and have still yet to play a game, and have not played a game since beating Auburndale back on March 12th. And most Stratford Tiger fans, although most Iola Scandinavia fans, believe their teams are going to the state tournament after their Thursday night wins, and neither had a chance to play each other to determine who would go to the state tournament, as the boys basketball tournament and the girls basketball tournament were stopped dead in its tracks at around 10:30 that night. And Stratford boys basketball has been off the court, that is up until Monday. Again, they go to Mosney, tip there at 7:15. So Stratford at Mosney, Spash at Marshfield, boys swimming, and then a doubleheader of girls basketball, Spencer at Greenwood, and Columbus Catholic at Colby, a doubleheader of Cloverbell East girls basketball, to be exact. Stratford Mosney, that's a non-conference boys basketball game. Of course, Spash Marshfield is Wisconsin Valley Conference swimming. So that's how we start the week next week, and then it just carries on from there, and finally ends on Saturday, where Jada will be at Columbus Catholic for non-conference Columbus and Regis, or McDonald, whatever it is. Somebody's going to tangle over there on Marshfield's west side. Let's see. Regis is at Columbus is who it is. So, and then it's the Zaleski Sports Christmas party. So if you're down at the Rose Bowl in Marshfield, stop on in, say hi, and hey, who knows? Maybe we'll do something nice to you. What do we got here? 5-4, Lakeland with the lead. We will start the third period at that score when we come back to the Marshfield Fairgrounds in just a bit. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in Central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville today.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Your choice to learn with small in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can get your liberal arts degree and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or in-demand employable skills. Start now to experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Find out what risk-free means at mstc.edu.
Your snow adventure awaits at Power Pack in Marshfield and Herbs and Tomahawk. We're ready for snow. Stocked, locked, and loaded with 2 stores of inventory and the best selection of snowmobiles and off-road machines in the area. Activate your adrenaline on your new Polaris snowmobile, side-by-side or ATV. Save up to $1,500 on 2020 models. Plus, check out our snow gear from all the leading brands at both locations. Don't wait. Your adventure starts today at Power Pack in Marshfield and Herbs Sales and Service in Tomahawk. Your snow adventure destination.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. The skaters are on the ice here in Marshfield as we will play our final regularly scheduled period, and who knows, 5-4 here, 1-point margin. Lakeland will take the third period lead, and we'll have face-off here at center ice as both teams skate to the crew. Wild Side. They're playing a couple other crew songs before the hockey game started. Always allowing Motley Crue in my life. I don't think there's anything shameful about that. Pretty good stuff. I was actually, this is a debate I was having with somebody during the week, and it is unsolved. And those of you watching online, feel free to chip in and maybe let me know. I know a lot of rock and roll fans also double up as hockey fans, or vice versa. Make sure we're not missing anything here. Oh, okay. Keegan Baguetto has been in the net for Lakeland. I got some bad information, and I'm just seeing it now, so my apologies. Keegan Baguetto has been in net for the entire game. All right. So there you go. That's what I get. But thank you for Free Ride for letting me know that. Iowa 28, Wisconsin 7 football. Yikes for the Badgers. The whistle blows, and we'll get a face-off coming. But yeah, here's the debate, folks. And again, those of you checking in online, you feel free to chat along with us on the online. Everybody, except for the folks watching the smart TV, which it probably is my preferred method to watch these games anyway. But some watch on the phone or the tablet or the what have you. As this is Reisman skating in for Marshfield in the back of Keegan Bogetto, and so it's been Bogetto that's been playing pretty well here today. I was told, and I went down and talked to Coach Suter, Max Masayesva, but something obviously changed in the pregame. I just went with it. I didn't even look at the number because I was told, but Max Masayesva was in goal. All right. So here's the debate, folks. Back in the mid '80s, who? Now, I'm not saying who was the best rock and roll band of all time. That's not the question. It's a multiple choice of two. That's it. You can tell me some other debate that you want to debate, as one is going to be poked away by Peterson and then fired on after. Back the other way as the action heats up here. We'll keep the conversation to a minimum for the time being, as Urban had that one slide right through the crease. Gets the puck back. Haugen with it. And the puck is still in there somewhere. Where is the puck? The whistle blows, and it was covered up by somebody. Marshfield had 2 or 3 chances at it. Haugen had a good shot at it. Others came in, and it was laid on top of by perhaps 2 or 3 T-Birds, including one Keegan Bogetto. And the T-Birds come away with a save in goal. And we will face off back here at center ice. Whew. Well, that was something. Okay, so a penalty shot upcoming is what they're going to call here. They're going to call delay a game by... We'll come back to that in a minute, but the penalty here from Urban. Urban slides on, and it's sticked away by Bogetto. So Bogetto saves bigly for the T-Birds. And I believe Teague Wagner was called with the delay, as he was the one who ultimately laid on top of that puck in the crease. Saved the goal for the time being, and then the goal officially saved by Keegan Bogetto in goal. Another save for Bogetto here through this one here today. One came back in front off the stick of Urban, but handled there by Bogetto, or I should say gloved away. Back with it come the Tigers. That one slips through, didn't get on goal. Now Haugen will chase this one down in the corner. And he'll battle there with Haggart. Haggart will get the best of it and come away with the puck. T-Birds do finally clear. So mid-'80s, best rock and roll band. You're talking about from, say, 1982 to about 1987 is what we're talking about here, that 5-year stretch. Van Halen or Motley Crue? That's the question. And that is a hotly debated topic. Both rock bands, slightly different, though. Slightly different in character and style. But in other people's eyes, all about the same. And so that's the question. Who, during that time, between 82 and 87, who was the biggest name? Who was the bigger name? Motley Crue or Van Halen? And I think it's a really good debate. And you'll get some different answers just depending on what style of, rock, hard rock, whatever you want to call it, what you preferred, what version of that genre you preferred a little bit more than the other. Motley Crue, a little bit more outrageous, a little bit more party animal types. They were always making news controversially. making some, every now and then come out with some bad news. Had last rights, Nikki Six was declared dead momentarily during that stretch. Vince Neal in a car, I mean, essentially killed somebody. Other things happened though. I mean, these people were, the crew was trashing hotels, but a lot of people liked all that stuff. They liked that bad boy, get in there and mix it up and go crazy all the time. Van Halen a little bit more, they were just there for the good times. They weren't doing any of the crazy, even illegal, I guess you might say, but they weren't there for all the crazy. As Baguetto just rips that one out of the sky, and face off coming to his stick side. Van Halen still, obviously wildly popular music, especially during that 5-year stretch. Clean cut. Word is that David Lee Roth, as Diamond Dave was the front man for Van Halen, penalty coming up here on Marshfield. And it'll be a hooking call, and Tayala will head the other way for the T-Birds and fed that one across the crease for Masiesva. Masiesva not able to get there. 6-on-5 here momentarily. One-man advantage for the T-Birds. That one kept in and now comes out. And did we get a second penalty in the meantime? We got one for sure. And they will keep it just to the one as they send Tyler Reisman to the box for 2 minutes. I'm going to actually call him on the tripping call. Either way, 2-minute power play here for Lakeland. So that's kind of the juxtaposition. The Motley Crew, the bad boys, always acting wild and crazy. This one off the net, face-off coming right back again. At Van Halen, equally, good music. But they were just there for the party, and then when the shenanigans started, the Van Halen guys would leave. They would sneak out the back door. They're like, we're not going to be involved in all this tomfoolery and things that are going to get us get the cops called on us, that kind of thing. So comment below if you have an opinion on that. Appropriate. Like I said, they were playing Crew here a few times. Save there for lighter fluid. 12:13 left in the period. 1:35 left on the Lakeland 5-4 advantage. Bryce says Motley Crew. Thanks, Bryce. Connor not interested in the talk. Well, Connor, as they said in The Wedding Singer, I've got a microphone and you don't. That's how that plays out. Adam Sandler famously quoted, you want to get me in a movie talk. I only talk, though, usually about Adam Sandler movies. 11:55 left in the period. 1:15 on the power play. That one did not come through. It'll be brought out by Urban. Now Urban skates one-on-one. Waits for a little bit of help. Help did not arrive. And now we'll just wear out the puck in the corner. And finally lifted away there by Max Toyala. And then sent all the way back down by Marshfield's Tristan Reisman. I also say Connor probably not, probably never heard of Motley Crue or Van Halen. Probably part of his dismay in the conversation, but Connor, a couple ways to go about it, and some of those are self-fixes. 24 seconds left here on the power play. That one did get all the way through to Halverson, and the right leg saved it. And what do we have here? And a whistle comes, and this is going to be, I think, Haugen taken off the ice, and it'll be a 2-man advantage for the T-Birds as Haugen will get the 2-minute for slashing. So 19 seconds, it'll be 5-on-3 for Lakeland. So face-off comes, and won by Marshfield, and then kicked away. And we may see one come out of the box here for Marshfield shortly. 6 seconds left on the power play. In it comes. That one did not get on goal off the stick of Jack Rubo. This one fired over the top of Halverson. 5-on-4 now as we skate for the next 1 minute and 32 seconds. That one came through, but slid past Rubo. Marshfield looking to clear, kept in by Wagner. Now on the other side, here with it is McCumber. McCumber in the corner, he's chased down there. And he'll bring it all the way on the top, left off there for Wagner, and then sent to the opposite corner off the stick of Max Toyala. Under a minute left on the power play. Toyala with it here, looking for somebody, and cutting through was McCumber. But the pass went north of McCumber, and then it's steered away by Schindler. The Tigers will get a change and wear another 15 seconds off this penalty as the pass comes all the way down here to Masayesva. And then in behind Halverson it comes. Worked on there by Marshfield's Damon Haynes. And Halverson will cover. 31 seconds left on the penalty for the T-Birds. Marshfield has killed one of it. And speaking of Motley Crue, they're back on the PA here again. I'm telling you, Connor, you're missing a really good debate. And this one stripped away by Peyton Smith. The speedy Smith here will race up the boards in front of us and enter the Marshfield offensive zone. Smith left that one off for Urban. Urban not ready for it. 15 seconds left on the power play. Marshfield done a good job thus far of killing off that time. And now Peterson interrupts on the center line. And the final seconds of the power play will be ticked off here. Marshfield kills 4 minutes. Two-minute penalties killed off by the Tigers, and we skate at full strength. 8:50 left in the game. Lakeland continues to lead 5-4. With it here is Tyler Gillich. And Gillich circles it all the way back up as he waits for the line change to happen behind him. And it does. Marshfield comes away with it. Here comes Smith on the far side. Smith circles at the top, sees Peterson cutting across. Peterson lost control of the puck and then just sends it back in, or it's gloved down there by Horneman and taken off his skates by Masayesva. Back the other way come the T-Birds. Here with it is Beta, and Beta sends that one wide to Halverson. Now Toyala will regain the puck, and he skates at the top of the crease. Puck loose. I think I heard Halverson's skate tick off the pipe on his left side. Now here comes Horneman with it. He'll skate across with Meisner and then chip it back up, but Tigers were completing a defensive change and nobody back on the back end for the Tigers. Pass, though, comes away, scooped up by Meisner. He'll flick it up ahead. And the Tigers now will get the rest of the offensive change done. So a fresh set of skaters here for the Tigers. 7:37 left to play in the game. T-Birds up by 1. Tigers looking for the equalizer here somehow, some way from somebody. J.J. Albee for Lakeland. Nice job behind the net there. And Albee will skate near it. Picked up there by Haggart. Taken away by Reisman. Action starting to intensify here a little bit. Marshfield trying to find some pressure, find some intensity. Here comes Albee skating in on Halverson. Doesn't get it through. Matter of fact, got it right back. Now it's Gray Wagner with it. Wagner loses possession. Back here come the Tigers. This is Schindler. Schindler off to his right to Conradi. Conradi tries to flick it through the skates of the defender. No go there, and Peterson will circle back in the defensive zone with 6:40 left in the game. Now Peterson skates all the way through, skates in deep. Peterson backhand and set it behind the net. Baguetto didn't have to worry about it. Came off Peterson and missed behind the net. Now that pass there picked off by Reisman. And Reisman looked to center. That one deflected off the stick of Haggart. Now Peterson and the Tigers will circle. Tigers need to clear the zone. They'll get a defensive change as that puck is sent in deep. Defensive change. Now Haugen comes in with it, gains possession. Well, 2 Tigers were still in the zone. Face-off coming in the neutral zone with 6:05 to play here in the third. All right, Connor, there you go. Back to hockey. Thank you. He's free ride. Yeah, well, thanks, free ride. Hey, again, we apologize. We were told. We meet with coaches pregame and kind of go through the lineup, but things happen. Nice job in goal for Keegan Baguetto for the T-Birds. That one did not make it all the way through, and now it does, and Halverson will keep that between his pads, cover it, and 5:46 left in the game. Face-off coming to the stick side of lighter fluid. Toyola not able to win the face-off. Urban does, but T-Birds, though, will keep it in. Now Haugen in the corner. He'll send it up and not out. And Halverson again had that one jump up his sweater and then watches it fall to the ice and covers it with his glove. Out of that, Tyler Reisman, roughed up a little bit in the other corner. Puts his hands up and say, hey, man, I'm just playing hockey over here. Well, Bay City Rollers, Saturday night on the PA. It's appropriate. Saturday night hockey. We should make a deal of this. Culverson again will cover. Last week we had Saturday morning wrestling, then we had Saturday afternoon basketball, and then we had Saturday night hockey last week. Now Saturday night hockey again this week. It's becoming a bit of a ritual here at Zaleski Sports. A ritual that we don't mind having. Again, over 200 broadcasts. Halverson will stick that one aside into the corner. Over 200 winter sports broadcasts, regular season broadcasts here on Zaleski Sports, as we're, I don't know, I'd say 15 to 20% into the winter sports season. Maybe not even that much, maybe closer to 15. That one couldn't be kept back out to Peterson and corralled there by Z, and then off the skate of Halverson and out of play. Another faceoff coming in the Lakeland offensive zone. 4:49 left to play. Boys and girls basketball, hockey, wrestling, gymnastics. Seems like I'm missing one. Swimming. All happens live. All happens live right here at Zaleski Sports. It's the only way we know how to do it. So we just do it all, and we do it big. As they say, anything worth doing is worth doing well. So we may as well. Now Haggart at the top, and glove save by Halverson. So Halverson here in the last 2-3 minutes. A bit of an onslaught on him provided by these visiting T-Birds. And Halverson keeping his Tigers in it for the time being. Another face-off, and face-off going to be won by the T-Birds. That one, that time kicked away by Smith. Back come the Tigers 3-on-3. Now Masiesva gets the fourth T-Bird back. Now all five back there. And Marshfield not able to keep it in. Now Urban turns. Haggart will chase it down for Lakeland. He'll drift it back for Nicholas. And 2-on-1 developing here for Lakeland. With it here is Wirchel, and Wirchel gets it through. Braden Wirchel, 3:47 left to play, scores the first goal of any kind here in the third period. And it's a T-Bird goal as they go up 2-6-4. He scores 13-13 into the third. Marshfield now with work to do. They trail by 2 and only 3:40 left on the clock to do it. Make sure to stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. We will talk to Marshfield head coach Eric Bowman. Win, lose, or draw at the conclusion of this one. Still 3:20 left in it. Marshfield needs 2 now. Send this one to an extra frame perhaps, but first things first, you got to have 1 before you get 2. And this one will be iced and have a face-off coming back down here onto my right-hand side. On the glove side of Keegan Bogetto, Sawyer Schindler for the Tigers, and he will, like he had won the face-off. Now Massa Yesva on the breakaway and gives it to Toyola. Toyola, there's a 2-on-1 there as that developed, and Halverson able to poke it away. Now this one will be dumped all the way in by Nicholas. And the puck will float into the Marshfield bench. Face-off will ensue. 2:40 left in the game. Get a little Def Leppard on the PA. A little bit later 80s, earlier, late 80s music. That really doesn't get into that Van Halen Motley Crue discussion. English band on top of it, so they do their own kinds of weird over there. Totally different conversation. Halverson will cover. "19 shots for Marshfield, 16 shots for Lakeland in the game, but Lakeland leads 6-4 where it matters on the shots that get past the keeper. 6-4 on the scoreboard. Marshfield, in their opener, dropped to Great Northern Conference's Northland Pines. That was a 7-3 result. It was tied 2-2 going into the third period, and Pines obviously came alive, scoring 5 in the third. And now Great Northern Conference sends Lakeland here to Marshfield, and the Great Northern Conference looking to go 2-0 collectively here on the Marshfield ice. Under 2 minutes left to play. And icing will be the call here. Marshfield needed to work quick now. They would go, again, 3:47 was on the clock at 6-4, and it looked momentarily they're going to pull Halverson. And given some instructions from the bench to goalie Cole Halverson as the faceoff now changes to the stick side. I think they were going to try to pull Halverson before the faceoff and just couldn't get the communication down ahead of time. But Halverson will have to come off the ice here soon with 1:40 left to play. And coming down to the ice is Beta. No whistle there. They play on. 1:35 left here in the game. Halverson obviously stays on now to stay in goal. And now we will get the penalty. And Halverson now will stay on for the final 1:26 as it'll be played with a one-man advantage for Lakeland. Cross-check Thiessen, Reisman, Tyler Reisman. So final minutes, final seconds here will be played one-man advantage for Lakeland. Hate to say it, but that was Sammy Hagar, one-time front man for Van Halen on the PA there. Actually called charging on Reisman. Better call, the right call. And 65 seconds left here in Marshfield.
1 minute remaining in the period.
As Urban chases that one down, with the Tigers tough position here. And the puck not able to be kept in. It'll just have to be sent around. Now Halverson is off the ice. So we skate 5-on-5, and now empty net for the remaining 40 seconds, no doubt about it, as Halverson will leave the ice now permanently for his Tigers. This one sent down to Smith. Smith gloves it down at center ice, and now will skate in. Had Urban in front of him, and now sends it out for Peterson. 25 seconds left in the game. 5-on-5 with Halverson off the ice. It is 50 seconds left on the power play, and empty net. And this one sent down, kicked by Haugen. And now Haugen will skate it down and back out, and the empty net protected momentarily by Tristan Reisman. And now the Tigers will send it all the way back down to Baguetto, and he will stick that one behind his net, and that will run off the time here today and bring today's non-conference hockey contest to a close as we see Lakeland get the 6-4 win here on the road in Marshfield. Our Nasonville Dairy postgame show comes up here momentarily. We will talk to Marshfield coach Eric Bowman and get his thoughts on today's win, bringing the two-game win streak, or in other words, back-to-back wins for the Tigers. That streak now comes to an end as the Tigers, though, do go 2-3 on the week, a successful week in any way. But they do drop the home non-conference contest here to end their week and end our broadcast week 6-4 to the visiting Lakeland T-Birds. Our Nasonville Dairy postgame show comes up next.
Well, the Grow Wisconsin Dairy Processing Grant is for really any dairy, or up to $50,000 you can get for like improvements, help with like food safety aspects. It's actually you have to pay part of the service that you're getting, so you have to pay 20% of it. So we were actually granted $6,150, and so that's the 80%. So our project is at a little over $7,000. So that's showing them that we're doing something with their milk. We're not just taking it, turning it into cheese, setting in the stores, sending the customer, like everyone else does. Anything that we do in the plant with food safety is great for everyone. It's not just great for us. It's telling the customer that we make a good product. It's telling the farmer, our patrons, that we're doing good with their milk. And so that should really go to heart. That you're going to get a safe product coming out of here. It's cool to see that all the Hymans are they really like to see their name out in the community, but especially for anything with children's groups. They sponsor a bike raffle every year, and they actually go in and give it to the kid in the schools. I know that's a huge thing every year. But yeah, it's really cool to see their name out there. Seeing them a sponsor, we all got kids, we all were kids, so most likely something came out of here that we've done.
We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa Refrier, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Letta, Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Back here for our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. We will have Marshfield Tiger skipper Eric Bowman along here shortly. Until then, we'll take you through today's action. And again, very exciting game, 6-4 final. As Lakeland comes on the road, they get the non-conference win here. They get back on the winning side. They dropped their last contest on Thursday night over in Mosinee, so they get back on the winning side of things. Marshfield, a successful week, even with the loss here. They go 2-3, or they go 2-1 on the week, 2-4-3. That doesn't sound right. They go 2-1 on the week. They win the two they win are both conference games, so we'll talk to Coach Bowman about that. The effort here on the week, winning 2 of their 3 home games, all games here on the home ice. That was definitely an advantage. And then the 2 they win, conference games. And so if you get to choose ahead of time which ones you'll win and which ones you'll lose, you'll always want to win the conference games. Marshfield did that during the week. Marshfield really fell flat here in the 3rd period. We'll get to the scoring here. And the scoring all started back in the 1st period, and it was Marshfield scoring first. Tyler Reisman with the goal in the 1st period for the Tigers. And then it was a pair of goals for Lakeland at 13:22 in the 1st. It was Max Toyala with the goal, and then just a few seconds later, he was backed up by Joe Beta, and at that point, Lakeland took a 2-1 lead at that point in the 1st period, but scoring was not done by far. That's when Nick Urban decided he was going to keep his hot scoring from Friday night. And Urban had a hat trick last night and scored the final 2 goals of the period, so scoring 5 goals in 4 periods of play. Nick Urban scored 14:40 and 16:05, and that left our score after the 1st period 3-2 Marshfield. Again, you're listening to the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. And as we started the second, it was an early goal for Lakeland off the stick of Matt Haggart. He scored just 1 minute 26 seconds into the period, and then a long scoring gap. It was more than 12 minutes later until we found our next score of the game. And in between there, a 5-minute and a 2-minute penalty assessed to Lakeland. Marshfield for 3 minutes or 3-ish minutes had a 2-man advantage during that time, or I'm sorry, 2-ish minutes on the kind of the middle chunk of that 5-minute major. Marshfield had a 2-man advantage. They played the whole 5 minutes, obviously with at least a 1-man advantage, and only able to get 1 shot on goal on Keegan Bagetto. We'll get back to Keegan's play in goal for Lakeland, but that series there, that 5-minute stretch, Marshfield had a great opportunity, but only able to get 1 shot on goal, and obviously not able to get past Bagetto during that stretch. And then about a minute after the penalty, it was again Matt Haggart scoring for the Thunderbirds. He scores 13:48 into the 2nd period, and then another goal for Lakeland just about 30 seconds after that one, put through by Teague Wagner on what baseball fans will know as a seeing eye single. In this case, the puck just have developed its own eyes, found its way through the traffic. Halverson never saw it, and another goal for Lakeland. And at that point, it was 5-3 Lakeland with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the period. But 10 seconds after the Teague Wagner goal, it was a puck that was loose on top of the crease in front of Keegan Bagetto, and then sent home by Marshfield's Ian Senhol. So when all hope looked to be lost for the Tigers' momentum, quickly fading and skipping away from the Tigers, Senholz puts the goal in at 14:25 into the 2nd, making the score 5-4. That's where we began the 3rd period, and Lakeland gets the goal at 13:13 into the period off of the stick of Braden Warkle. And that puts the score at 6-4, and 6-4 was the final. Midway into that period, it was a penalty shot for Nick Urban that, again, Bagetto sticked out of the way. As we see Coach Bowman coming up here, we'll take a 60-second commercial break, and then we'll be back with Marshfield Tiger skipper Eric Bowman right after this.
Experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Your choice to learn with small in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can get your liberal arts degree and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or in-demand employable skills. Start now to experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Find out what risk-free means at mstc.edu.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Back here in our Nasonville Dairy postgame show, Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. Here with Marshfield skipper Eric Bowman. Coach, kind of a tough one tonight. It looked for moments that you had it handled, you had it kind of there, and then other moments of the game kind of outskated by Lakeland and maybe out-hustled there two at the same time. Just kind of give us your perspective from the bench on the 6-4 outcome here tonight.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, I'm much happier right now with this game than I was last night where we got a win. But, you know, that being said, there were moments where you could tell we were a bit tired, and really, from my perspective, it's a game of missed opportunities on our end. We had a 5-minute major we just didn't capitalize on that turned into a 5-on-3 where, you know, I've heard Joel Quinville, Chicago Blackhawks coach, said it all the time, like, hey, if you don't score in the 5-on-3, you're probably not going to win, and I think that played out for us tonight. But, you know, we were there, and wholesale, I really appreciate the effort my guys put out tonight. And like I said, I'm much happier with the way we played today as a team than I was last night after a win.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I talked about that as you were walking down here during that 5-minute major, and then the 2-minute that came after that gave you the 2-man advantage. During that whole transaction, you had one shot on goal during that, and that's kind of what you're talking about there. And you'll go back and watch the video and fix some things there. Positively, Nick Urban continued his hot play from last night. He had 3 goals last night, 2 more in the first period today. Did maybe miss a good opportunity there on the third on the penalty, but you've got some good things cooking here with some of these guys.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, we got some chemistry with our top 6 forwards in particular right now. They're playing well together. We moved a guy up in Ben Conradi on our second line that traditionally hasn't played much varsity hockey, but he's really just full of energy, and he melds well with Sawyer Schindler. You know, Nick he's a good player. He finishes. He gets a lot of chances. He's got really good hands, so you're going to expect him to get 5 or 6 good looks a night. And, you know, hopefully the penalty shot, I mean, what are you going to do? The water kind of got him inside the blue line there. He lost the puck, but it happens. You'll get more looks, and, you know, again, we just got to recover. We had a good game. We got some good things to build on, and there's always room for improvement, right? So
3 games on your home ice this week. 2 of them were conference games. Those were the 2 wins you got this week. So I guess if you're going to pick and choose, you'll take the 2 conference wins in a week full of play. Yeah, no, we like the conference wins. Our conference is always a tough skate. So, you know, we'll move back into conference on Tuesday against Everest, which it's been a good game the past 4 years with them. Now our teams are just like Lakeland, like we're very evenly matched. So, you know, obviously we would like to get some wins in our playoff sectional, which we've dropped 2 of those games thus far. And we'll get those chances. I think we'll kind of come together. There's some guys doing some really good things for us this year. So again, you know, we like our foundation right now. There's room for improvement, but I think we'll build and we'll hit our stride at the right time. Coach, it was a great week here. We really loved it. We'll have more action hockey coming on during the season. Now the guys, you and the guys get to go and get some rest here during the weekend and come back fresh for Tuesday.
Oh yeah, we'll be good to go. We appreciate the coverage.
All right, Coach, congratulations on a good week. All right. All right, we'll bring our broadcast here to a wrap. We'll bring our week to a wrap. We'll put a tidy bow on it here. For Jada Hamblin, I'm Jason Zaleski. Highlights of this game coming tomorrow, and the big win for Columbus Catholic in overtime, boys basketball over Colby, be out tomorrow morning. Some written coverage of that game will be on Facebook at Zaleski Sports, probably a little bit later tonight. So again, for Jada Hamblin, Jason Zaleski, telling you